Every open question on which we receive clarity can be considered as a requirement. Let us take an example where we are capturing the requirements for a login page of an application. Assume that a username and password selected by the user is a standard method of login used in the existing version of the application. As part of the requirements elucidation session, a point is raised that the username can always be set as the email address of the user that the user provides as part of the profile creation. If a decision is not made on whether to go ahead with this approach or not, this becomes an open point at the end of this meeting. However, in the next meeting, it gets agreed that username can be defaulted to email, and if so, this becomes a requirement that needs to be captured by us as business analysts in the final requirements documentation. So, it is extremely important that we keep track of the open items. These need not always be actions, but can also be related assumptions, constraints, or dependencies. The more carefully we participate in discussions and keep track of the open points, the more requirements we will end up with. There are 2 points which we can keep in mind as part of item tracking. 1. Don't miss to track any item. If you miss to track an item, it becomes a missed requirement, which in turn will result in an undesired behavior of the implemented solution. 2. Don't repeat the same questions. Being unaware of a decision that has been previously made and asking the same questions can result in 2 problems. 1. It will confuse the stakeholders and they will lose confidence in us. 2. It will lead to unnecessary discussion of the same point again, which is not an effective use of the time of the business stakeholders. Now, how can we ensure these 2 points? By sending minutes of meeting after every meeting when the discussion points are very fresh in our memory so that we can refer to these at a later point whenever required. So these were few points which I believe we as business analysts should be aware of about item tracking. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.